If you've ever wondered, how can I run a company that needs 10 people, but I actually have one person working or just myself managing all that operation and allowing AI do 99% of the job or 90%, then this video is for you. You must have heard or seen most of the videos going on online where people are building OS systems, operating systems, agent systems, whatever that is called on their end. You must have seen people building it and you're asking yourself, how can I build something like this to help me manage and supervise my entire business operation and allowing me to stay lean while actually scaling as if I have a team of 10, 20, or 50 persons. Now, if that is something that interests you and you're tired of trying to do everything your own, you're tired of employing people when you are actually not ready to employ, or you're tired of even employing people when you have to figure out, do I really need these people or where do I need them? Then this video is really going to be helpful because I'm going to be walking you through how you can actually set up an operating system like mine that I have been using for the past couple of months. I've had to fire most of my team, which is not something I'm proud of. But unfortunately, it comes to that point where you realize, okay, there is no need for you to keep this person because you have a system that is allowing you to take care of that. And then doesn't really make any sense business wise for you to kind of keep that person on board. Not something we are proud of, but that is where the future is shifting towards, and that's where we are going. Okay. So in the course of this video, I'm going to be looking right here because this is my laptop and I'm going to be sharing my screen with you. Don't get carried away. Just know I'm looking out there and you're going to be seeing what I'm looking at anyway. So let's jump into it. Let me just show you right away. This is supposed to be a short video. I don't want it to be too long. Let me walk you through the entire OS system I have, and you can see if it's something you're interested in, you can walk towards building it yourself. Welcome to my dashboard. Now, what you're looking at is my operating system called Claude. Yeah, I know. I just gave it that. And this tutorial was structured in a way that I do not want you to have any distraction of any sort. I have upped a lot of my APIs, so most of the figures you're going to be seeing here are actually generic because I don't want you to be carried away by what I am earning, all my businesses and all of that shit. If you are really looking for people who will show you figures to kind of stimulate your brain to move you from trying to procrastinate, this is not the channel for you. So most of these figures you're seeing here, these are generated figures. I have all the APIs. I don't want you to see my earnings. That's just it. If you're not going to take the framework I'm showing you and try to do something with it, this content might really not really help you that much. But if you are that person who is after going through finding the structure, finding the best fit in your case study and implementing it, I'm happy for you. So let's go. First thing I want to show you is, yeah, this is the dashboard, and this is what most people will call agent system, the operating system. And what you are seeing right here is my agent that speaks to me in the morning. So if you tap it, so hopefully you are able to hear that. It's welcoming me. The moment I tap that, it welcomes me, and everything I'm saying is actually kind of writing it down. You can see it clearly. And if I ask you to do anything on this dashboard, it goes in, assign it to the right agent, and the agent takes it from there and kind of work on it. That's how that actually works. But we are not going to be staying down there for long. So let's move on from that. One thing I want to show you is you can design yours like this. It depends on how many companies you have. It depends on how many things you're working on. So when you look at it, I have a couple of companies. I have my chimney studio. I have a cleaning company, and this is my holding company. I'm not going to go into those details. That's why I had to off a lot of my APIs to make sure you guys are not seeing any figures because that's not the focus of this video. So this is an AI course I started early this year, but I realized I do not honestly have the time for it. I shut that down. Story for the past. These are all the things I'm working on. When I'm working on things, they are showing here. If there are things that are waiting for me to handle, it's going to show up here. But I've been able to try and clean my backlog a lot. Tasks that are running, whenever there's a task on the background, it shows up here. And things that I've done today, it's going to show up here. But because I've upped a lot of things, I told it specifically to kind of switch off a lot of things and reverse a lot of things. That's why a lot of these things are zero. But this is the most important thing for me. Every time I jump in here, I want to make sure that this is okay because this is the agent that is looking through all my entire system to figure out, is there anything broken? Is there any agent not working the way it's supposed to be? And it's going to give me that result right here. So he has 18 jobs that are scheduled and everything looks okay. That's what I want to see every morning. Over here, you can see today's content lead and stuff whenever I have them. The only thing I didn't switch off is my content ideas that is scraping. So every day I'm going to show you how that works when we get to that area. Yeah, when you go down, you see the revenue. This is where you're basically going to see all my deep revenue. If everything was on, you will see it completely here for different companies and how that is working. We have our email machine that sends out email newsletter and all the email things for our company. This agent handles that when it's properly on. Apollo is this lead scraping agent. That is where it gets all the leads we're trying to get, and it does that every day. And we also use hunter.io for also leads to kind of we have different versions of lead we are focusing on. So we get that differently. And we have indeed signals, a couple of things we are looking for depending on my own company needs. That's the problem. Why I didn't want to stuff you guys with unnecessary details. Because one thing about these things for you to be successful in it is finding a case study and asking yourself, how does this case study really applies to my situation, really applies to my industry? How will it really help me as a business owner? It's not just copy and paste. And that's why most systems you will copy and paste doesn't work, and you cannot actually be successful with them because you were not thinking of it from the place of how does it apply to my use case. And I want you to really get into that and figure out how does it apply to my use case and how can I tweak it to actually give me the highest return on investment, which is the real reason why we are doing all of this. So we have AI news, we have AI questions. I'm going to explain all of that in a bit. And you see my Stripe sales, I definitely took those numbers out because I don't want all that, guys. Let's go to the other things. Now we have this menu bar. When you click that menu bar, it's going to give you the overview of everything in my OS system, where you see this is my Chimney HQ. That's the headquarter. Basically, what we do is the mission control. We have the brain plus the agent. Those are the two core things we have that comprises of this entire system. The brain understands every aspect of our business. It understands how many businesses we are handling right now. It understands which contract we are working on. It understands which company is actively in a contract or not in a contract. All of those things. Then we also have different agents that does the job. Let's say if we want a documentation task to be done, we know that we're sending it to an agent that is going to be able to do that. So we have the marketing operating system, a different department. That's what I choose to do. I don't want things to be too cumbersome or complicated. So I try to have everything in departments so that they are clearly understood. Each agent knows their task and they know how to run it around. So we have the marketing operating system, and it has a funnel and offers. All my funnels, all my ebooks are being handled by that department. And we have the content. Let me just open the operating system real quick for you to see what happens there. We have these two ebooks that we are currently selling out to most business owners, and they were worked on by this department, and they're hosting it here, created a website, set everything up, and launch it by this department. And we will have this email machine that will be doing the emailing and all the capturing, and there's a pipeline there that shows people that are in the pipeline that haven't bought and all of that. Then we have the lead magnet, the subscribers, all of those things are going to just be there. Then we have the content department. This is where everything up that goes to social media is being handled by this department. So when marketing says, okay, this is what we are working on and these are the content we want, they ship it down to the content department. And the content department have different features. Like this one is the content is strictly the long form content we are handling. I try to push it that way. That was my own view of what I want to have. Under this content department, I have ways of tracking different YouTube channels and different creators so that I can see what they are doing and what is performing. You can now see from here the number of content that have been discovered. You can see how many of those contents have been approved. You can see how many of them has been scripted, just like that. So when you look at it, these are different YouTube channels that I am tracking. And I'm saying every day the agent goes in and find their outlier videos so that I can now model my next content according to that, what is actually working. I'm not here to play the game of trying to reinvent the wheels. All right. So we have that, and we also have the reels. And don't worry, I'm going to break it down how you can actually build this yourself. I do not want to be that guy that is just feeding you unnecessary things and you're confused. I just want to show you what you now be looking at. Then you now figure out what do I need to put in mind to make sense for me as a business person. So under the this is the reels. The same concept is what applies in the reels. The same concept applies in the reels. So you can see it here. These are channels that are being tracked from TikTok and Instagram so that we kind of know what is working. There are channels that I'm tracking to kind of find contents I can work on. So I'm never running out of ideas of what am I going to post today, what am I going to post next week. Whenever I'm ready to shoot my content, I just come in and I script it, and I'll just show you how I do that from beginning till end. You're going to be surprised. I'll show you in a bit. Let's run down this. So we have the AI news. This agent goes every day to online sources and find out what are the latest news in AI, what are the latest news in business, and kind of give me a rundown, and I can look at it and see if I want to talk about it. There is a carousel. This is one I just built. I'm still working on it. Funny enough, since I actually built it, I haven't opened it myself. So I'm just going to open it now and see what that looks like. This agent was responsible to create carousels for LinkedIn posts and Instagram posts. That's what this agent is supposed to do. You can see some of the designs the agent have worked on here. Good. I love that. We just have to add a bit of the image generation to it. All of that is already wired into the back end. I just have to tell the agent to put in image generation. So that was downloaded into my system. Okay, I see what's happening there. So this is to be queued to LinkedIn, and it's just gonna posting it straight up. Oh, I see what's going on there. So that's really cool. That's really cool. I love that. I haven't actually tested that. I just told the agent we needed a carousel for Instagram agent, and it actually worked on that, and I haven't looked at it yet. So I will not really show you guys much on that because I haven't tested it. I will have to do that. And yeah, these are all the other things you can. This is where everything lies, the knowledge. Everything I do. So assuming I just start something new, I just have to tell the agent, this is what I'm working on. Add it to the knowledge base. So the knowledge base is where everything about chimney business is hold. We have because we have chimney studios, we have crystallic cleaning. That is different, but it's still managed under our general, it's still under our holding company. Then there's this. Oh, that reminds me. I want to show you guys this. I just started this where I set up an agent that creates faceless channel videos for YouTube called Canexa because I love cars. So I just wanted to try it out. And I was like, oh, why not just create an agent that research viral cars, create those cars, and post it directly to TikTok and Instagram. And we've been working on that project for a couple of weeks now, and I can say it's really going well. So let it load. Oh, I see some of my agent creations are failing, which means one thing. Is either we are out of credit, we have to figure that out now. Okay, so you can see different cards that have been created by the agent. Cool stuff. These are videos. He creates the cars, convert it into videos, and post it directly to TikTok. Cool stuff. Faceless channels becoming so easy, and yeah, we really need to make use of this AI as much as you can. Okay, so that is that. These agents need to be refilled. We need to look into that and see what's going on there after this video. And another important feature is the board of directors. I'm going to show you the board of directors briefly. I have a board of directors that handles every decisions I'm about to make. So if I want to start anything, I have to just go to the board of directors and tell them, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I want to do. What do you guys think? So I have Nadia, who is the research analyst, and I have Kofi, the chief marketing officer, and I have Amara, which is the chief financial officer for my company. We have Zane for revenue, and we have Idris for technology officer, the CTO, and we have Sola for chief operating officer. So this entire agent, but there's one person I don't want you to miss, that's Ren, the devil's advocate. So what happened here is this entire board of directors work together. When I left, for instance, I say I want to start a new company, and I say, what do you guys think? They are going to start thinking. I don't want this video to be too long. Maybe in the next video, if you want me to do a video showing you practically how this agent operates and show you an example, then just drop board of directors in the comments and we'll think of doing a video around that or drop a comment. So you give an idea to them, they deliberate on it, they talk about it, everybody comes up with their own research. At the end of the day, the devil's advocate is going to look through all their ideas and find their loopholes one after the other, then put up a synthesis for me to now have an overview summary of what's going on. And I'll be like, okay, no, this is not what I want. It doesn't follow what I'm looking for. I kind of dump that idea. That's the cool thing about my board of directors. And yeah, I just really wanted to point that to you. Okay, so yeah, then we have our LinkedIn. Yeah, it basically does that. And we have my video studios that is also in session. I don't want to go into that right now. What I really want to show you before we move into how you can build this for yourself is how do I make use of these videos? Like now that I've gotten this video, I've gotten a summary, what do I need to do with it? So let's say, for instance, I want to convert this video, okay, to my own script. I like this video. The agent knows my voice, he knows my brand, and I want to convert this video. All I have to do is to click package this video. So now that I've clicked package that video, it's going to send it to a script agent to look at, summarize what that video is about, then develop a framework of how this can be applied to me and my voice. Then from there, it's going to convert it into a script and send it into my own way of doing it now. Okay. It's a YouTube packaging, title, thumbnails. It's basically going to do everything for me. All right. So it's going to ask me what I need. It's giving me different versions of how that videos can be done. And I can decide, okay, now that I say this, convert that to script. Now, when I say convert that to script, it's going to go ahead and convert that. This one is already converted. This one is already converted, but I don't know why. Okay, it's looking at other videos and trying to kind of package everything to find the best concept around it. So these ones are converted already, but I want you to see how this one works at the end of the day when it finishes converting. Then you're just going to click open. Then there's a teleprompter that is built in. It's going to just show me that script on the teleprompter, and I can just shoot on my camera like this and start presenting that script and shooting my video. So if you're still giving yourself excuses of this is why I'm not shooting content, I don't have the time, I don't have the resources, all that is no longer relevant. Okay, while that is loading, let's not take too much time. Let's use this one for example that's already open. Okay, let's see what this one shows us. And we click open. Yeah, when you click open, it's now going to show me a breakdown. It's going to show me the script it has written, show me all the hooks, the promise, the credentials, the contrast, all the aspects, and why it wrote every single part, which is the core part. Now you can decide to copy the script right away. You can decide to download a .md file, all right, a markdown file. You can do that. Or you can even go to thumbnail and ask it to generate a thumbnail for you. So if I hit this generate from Nano Banana Pro, it's just going to go on and generate my own thumbnail for me. I download it and I just post that video. I hope you're actually seeing where this entire concept is going, is you being able to build a system that helps you run a 5-10 person business as if you own those people, but you don't have any of those teams. You're working alone, but you're performing at a scale of 5 to 10 employees. So if you don't want that, you can just go create thumbnail from here instead of just going down. That script is ready. That's why it's showing us that. And you can either, if I don't like the idea, I just hit archive and it's going to shift that content into an archive so that I don't get to see it again. But if I like it and I really want to kind of know what's going on, I will just hit the start recording. But before that, I built this because sometimes some concept I wanted to generate a slide. If I hit the generate a slide deck, it's going to go in and convert everything into a slide deck and generate it for me using an image model. Then I just have it and share a slide deck with you while I actually do this video like this. So in all of these, I move from idea to shooting a complete video under 20 minutes. So you can begin to understand why I say this is perfect. So we have the outline here. The outline is telling me every pattern of what it's going to build the script from and everything done, all right? And the sources of where things are taken from. So if there's any quotation, I need to know if that quotation was right. I need to be able to verify it. And that's what the sources are for. So I can easily just hit the open original and see all those stuffs. Finally, let's see the start recording. Now, if you hit the start recording, you see that this script is properly written. So all I have to do now is put on my camera and just start going according to my script. If I had to build a $49,000 a month business from scratch using an AI tool, this is exactly how I would do it. I don't know if you're following this. That is what we're talking about. You do not need to spend hours trying to do a job that would have been done by an agent. So all of this, you can increase the speed of this teleprompter. You can increase the size if you have an eye problem. All of that is captured into this build. So everything was done. If I hit the play button, the teleprompter automatically start moving like this. Then I can start shooting my video and talking while the teleprompter is going. I hope this makes sense for you. If this makes sense at all, you feel you're getting value, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and let's continue. So you can actually clean, mirror, do a lot of things. And the next feature is for me to be able to connect my camera to it. So I can just do my camera and this entire teleprompter will be floating on top of the camera without you knowing it's there. Just in case for people who don't have an extra camera to have on the side like this and kind of shoot their videos. All of that was captured here. So if this is something cool for you, you have a business and you're thinking, yeah, I would have loved something like this to run my entire business, but I don't know how to do it. There will be my email in the description. Feel free to hit me or send me a message, reach out to me on social media, wherever you can find me. All those links are in the description and we can definitely have a conversation around building something like this for you. Now we hit the exit button because I want to get out of this and officially start telling you how you can actually do this yourself. So yeah, let me shift this a bit. So there you have it. So that's how far I want to dig into this. And you can see right here showing me like this happens whenever my agent is active. So I kind of know when the agent is not really functioning or something is wrong somewhere. I will easily be able to know that. So I know the next question in your mind is, how can I actually build this for myself? Well, this video honestly is not the exact video where I'm going to walk you through step by step of how you can build the entire thing, but I will show you exactly where to go to actually get this started and build this exact thing in as little as 2 hours, 1 to 2 hours at most, and you have all of this set up for yourself, okay? So having said that, let me quickly show you that. So the first thing you need to do is to go to Claude. Come to Claude like this. And when you are in Claude and you're on the paid version, at least the pro version on Claude, I want you to make sure this is switched to co-work. Now, if for any reason at the time of you watching this video, you do not have this, that only explains one thing. Your Claude is outdated. You have not updated it for a while. Please look at the side. You will see update Claude. You should hit that button and update it. All right. This is a new interface. So what you need to do now is I want you to switch this. Make sure if it's on chart, move it to co-work and hit this button right here. Okay, the voice and just start telling Claude what you do. I work at this. This is the kind of job I have. This is the kind of business I have. I'm trying to build an AI dashboard that manages all my entire business, more like a Jarvis does that, more like a Jarvis dashboard, more like a Jarvis dashboard. I want something in this light, something in this style, something in that style, whatever that might be for you. Just tell the agent and allow it to go. watch it build a plan. It's going to build a plan, first of all, for you on how you can actually achieve all of that. Then you look at the plan. Is that what you're looking for? Is that what your imagination is carrying? If that's the case for you, go ahead and allow it to continue building. In a couple of minutes, you will have something that is super exciting, like what I just showed you now. You then can now start adding things according to what you need in your business. All you have to do is to go back to the agent, tell it, I want to add this, and go back and test it and ensure it's working. Then you add something else. But ensure that you are testing one thing at a time, then add another thing on top of that so that the system understands how to structurally position everything to work for you. So yeah, there you have it. We've come to the end of today's video and I'm super happy you're still here. Thank you so much for being here. Hit that subscribe button if you like this so that you can find my next video that is always this practical and showing you what I am doing as I grow my company, Chimney Studios, which is an AI agency where we help business owners like yourself build systems like this and other automations that helps them perform their job faster and increase their revenue way faster than a team of 5 and 10 that is basically wasting hours and wasting money at the same time. If you want that person, that business owner to be you, that cuts down their employee costs and still gaining a lot of revenue, then feel free to reach out to me, use the link or the email I will have in the description. You're always free to shoot us an email. We are always open to have a conversation with you and we can figure out something that works for you. So until then, do have a nice time. See you.